We hear much these days, in some of the more deranged newspapers, of the war on the motorist, of how the police, government, local councils and the like are concerned only with making as much money as possible from the poor, put upon drivers of England, via parking charges, traffic calming measures, and most heinously of all, the hated speed cameras. All this whinging can be traced back to an event that took place on this day 119 years ago, when the world's first speeding ticket was issued to a motorist. A reckless tearaway by the name of Walter Arnold was spotted by a constable hurtling through the streets of Paddock Wood, Kent, at 4 times the legal speed limit. The limit at the time was 2 miles per hour. You could have walked faster. But in early 1896, the law said you could only go 2 miles per hour, and you had to have a chap walking in front waving a red flag to alert the nervous of your approach. But the crazed boy racer sped through the town at 8 miles per hour, with no flag bearer sprinting in front. The astonished police constable mounted his pushbike and a 5-mile chase ensued. Presumably, bicycles were slower too. Arnold was caught and sent before the Beak, where he was fined £1. Mr. Arnold may not have been too unhappy with the publicity his case generated, however. He was one of the country's first car dealers, selling imported Benz cars from Germany. And between 1896 and 1899 his company made its own cars, the Arnold Motor Carriage, based on the Benz. Later that year, the Locomotives Act removed the need for a flag bearer, and increased the speed limit to a hair-raising 14 miles per hour. To celebrate, a race from London to Brighton was organized, called the Emancipation Run. Fittingly, Walter Arnold took part, driving one of his own cars. A reenactment of the run took place in 1927, organized by the newspaper The Daily Sketch. It has been held almost continuously since, as the London to Brighton Veteran Car Run, for cars built before 1905.